Hey everybody, welcome to the real United States. We're here in rural Michigan, pretty much towards the center of the state, I suppose. And what you're looking at here behind me is a massive soybean field. Now, I don't know what this is going to mean to a lot of you, but I'm hoping that you find this somewhat interesting. Soybeans, major product here in the United States. And in fact, the United States is the largest producer of soybeans in the world. We produce about 32% or so of the world's soybean production. It's about 324 million tons of soybeans. Now, the reason soybeans are such an important product, some of you may already know, is because per acre of production of crop, it is the largest amount of protein that you can produce volumetrically. You're going to get, maybe there are other foods that have higher protein yields, but per acre production, you're going to produce the most protein. So that's why this is such an incredible, important product to the world for, feeding the world. Now, they're not just used as livestock feed, although they are used in livestock feed. You can't feed them directly to cattle, of course, but they are processed into livestock feed. But certainly they are used in many products I'm sure you're familiar with for human consumption. Tofu, although I'm sure a lot of you don't like tofu, is a soy-based product. Soy sauce, which actually the bean is named for the sauce, not the other way around as I understand it. Here in the United States, huge, vast amounts of property is devoted to this. And as you can see, this is probably, right here alone, a 40-acre parcel that's all soybeans. Now, soybeans are not native to the United States, even though we are the world's largest producer. They didn't originate here. They actually were introduced to the United States in 1765 from China by an entrepreneur who realized at the time that this had value. So it's, something that came from outside, but now today is one of our major agricultural products. I don't really know, what to tell you about soybeans. I mean, there's so many things that you can make from soybeans. A lot of, because they came from China, there are a lot of Asian dishes, obviously, that are made both in, the China, all through the Pacific Rim. Japan, edamame, of course, is a soybean product. It's just a boiled soybean, basically. And they have a wrapper that they make from a soybean paste in the Pacific Rim that's used for making wraps, like much like you'd make an egg roll, but it's made with a wrapper made out of soybeans. The name escapes me at the moment. If I can find it, I remember it, I'll put it on the screen here. But anyway, Brazil, also a huge producer of soybeans. They're right after us with about 31% of the world's production. So a great number of the soybeans in the world come from the Western Hemisphere. Anyway, so that's what a soybean plant looks like. You can see these are in bloom right now. They've got this beautiful little purple bloom. The beans haven't actually formed yet. That'll be later on in the summer, and then they'll be harvested, combined in the fall, and dried for sale and production because they're sold as dry beans. And that's pretty much it. I hope you've enjoyed this visit to a soybean field in the middle of nowhere. And if you got questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below, and I'll see what I can do to answer them. I do love hearing from all of you. I try to get back to everybody I can. Hey, if you haven't already, pick subscribe. Come along for the adventure. We love having all of you with us. And as always, thank you for watching.